Hey guys, welcome back to a very special video. So, as you would have seen from the title, it is officially mine and Autumn's 3-month anniversary together. And for some of you that may seem like not that big of a milestone, or oh, it's just 3 months, why are you so elated? The reason is just because of how far we have come in these 3 months together and how I'm incredibly proud of myself for actually getting to 3 months with this horse. And yeah, so today I thought I would share the story from day one until our most recent ride, which as of filming this was yesterday, and it was a very interesting ride. So yeah, let's get into it. So I met Autumn when she first came to the farm, which was I think late last year. She hasn't actually been on the farm long, and she hasn't actually been under saddle that long. So for us to be where we are is actually incredible. And as we all know, I originally leased the most incredible pony in the world named Brietta, and that is my heart horse. That she has a special place in my heart. I leased her for over a year, and yeah, even though she means the absolute world to me and is just going to be in my heart forever, she was a very challenging ride, and she still is. She's very opinionated. She loves to tell you what to do instead of listening to you. And she's a very funny ride. Like, she's not very comfortable. She's very downhill. When she jumps, she dives over the jumps, so it's not comfortable to sit to. And yeah, she also gave me a lot of confidence knocks, and to be honest, I did not enjoy riding her. I enjoyed her more than riding, which for some people that's good. If that's what you want to do, enjoy the horse more than the sport, of course. But for me, the sport means everything to me, and having a horse that made me hate the sport just really made me feel unworthy of riding and like I should quit. And luckily my trainer picked up on that, and she decided, hey, let's move you on to something a bit more you, and that can actually get you to where you want to be. And that's how I met Autumn. So let's go into a bit of detail about Autumn. Sorry, my camera has started to shift. So Autumn is 16 hands. She is buckskin. She's just beautiful. She has the most beautiful face ever, the most beautiful personality. She's so sweet, she's cuddly, and she is a mega jumper. Like, yeah, you wouldn't expect that from a Clydesdale cross. So yes, I'm not quite sure what she's mixed with. I'm thinking a warm blood of some sort, just based on her movements and everything else, but I have no clue. So yeah, she's a Clydie cross. That's all I kind of know about her breeding. And yeah, she's a mega horse. Her canter's super big and comfortable. She's really forward going for a draft cross, and she's just lovely. So if you go back to my past videos, you will see my first ride on her, which was very interesting. I was definitely not used to riding a horse, because as you know, Brietta is about 14 hands, 14-1 at a push, and Autumn is 16 hands, so I went up a full size. So yeah, it was a very interesting experience. My thoughts when I first sat on her were, oh my god, she's big. Like, she's big. But in reality, if you actually look at her, she's not that big. She feels bigger because obviously she is chunky, she's a draft cross, so she's naturally got that bigger build. But yeah, I thought she was the biggest thing in the world, and when we started trotting, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what a trot should feel like. Rita is very like, whereas Autumn takes those big, lovely steps and just stretches and uses her body nicely, and I wasn't used to that. So getting on her was very nerve-wracking for me. She was also going to be like the biggest horse I'd ridden in a year, so it was very nerve-wracking, and I thought I would fall off and get dumped and hate this horse, and yeah, turns out it was the complete opposite. So after my first ride, I was completely smitten with her. Like, I was like in love with her, and I still am so in love with her. And we decided to have the lease on her. So our anniversary is actually the 4th of April. 4th of April is when we started leasing her. And so it isn't quite 3 months yet, but we're gonna call it 3 months because I kind of ran out of video ideas, so here we are. So yeah, that was the most exciting day ever, and actually I was so grateful that I was allowed to go see her on the day that I decided to lease her, which was a Saturday. I obviously had written her that Thursday, and you're probably like, that's a very short time to make that decision, but I knew in my heart that this was the right decision, and unfortunately that did mean having to say bye to Rita and come to terms with I'm not going to ride her again. I'm too big for her. Ignore the hardy-dars nesting in my tree. So it was coming to terms with the fact that I am too big for Rita. She doesn't enjoy jumping big heights and doing all these amazing things. She enjoys being a chill little fat pony who plods kids around on the lunge line. And that's what she gets to do. She gets to enjoy herself, and then that also means I get to enjoy myself again. The first month with Autumn was rough. I still am going through a lot personally, and I was just really scared that I'm on a bigger horse. I don't know how to ride big horses, and I just really felt so... Excuse me. I just felt really nervous, and it goes to show in my riding. I tensed up, so she tensed up, and then that meant she got very forward in our warm-ups, which we didn't want because we would like to save that energy for all intents and purposes, whether we jump or we do more flat work. And yeah, she was also really unfit, and you can see how sweaty she got at the start of winter when we really started doing boot camp with me and Autumn and just really hammering down on each other's techniques and her flat work and my fitness and her fitness, and just goes to show how unfit we were as a partnership. And that has gotten a hell of a lot better, which is incredible because now that she's getting fitter, she's also getting stronger. So that means she's starting to jump better, she's starting to move better, she's starting to use her body better. So yeah, that's what we basically did the first month, was boot camp. Was getting to know each other and giving me a grace period because I'm coming off a horse that I've known for 1 year and 3 months at that point, or 1 year and 2 months at that point, and it's now a brand new partnership. So we gave each other a grace period, and that's what we really needed because month 2 we really started to get cracking. I like to call month 2 the month of grit and determination, because at one point I started doubting myself as a rider, being like, am I good enough for this incredible horse? Do I deserve her? How did I get so lucky that I was offered the ride on this incredible horse? And I just really started to doubt my riding, and it goes to show in the video clips that I'll obviously insert. You can see a lot more how confident I am with my canter seat. I'm very strong with my hands because I got very nervous, and yeah, what can you do? We live and we learn, and now I'm happy to say I'm no longer scared of her, which is great, because if I was still scared of her, I'd probably have quit riding a long time ago. So yeah, great that we grow out of our nerves and we get better. So yeah. Month 2 was also a great experience for her because we went on our first ever solo hack. She has always just been with friends. She still, to this day, gets very anxious in the arena or out and about when she doesn't have friends. We are working on that, but shame. She is with, obviously she's ironically out with Rita, so I still get to see the pony. And she has a friend with her 24/7. They live together. She gets ridden in groups. And then the only real time she will be by herself is for my privates, or if she gets worked on a hack. And the experience was interesting. There was a lot of calling, a lot of nervous jogging, a lot of just tension. And that was fine. I had my trainer on the ground with me. Obviously, she thankfully didn't send me out alone. And yeah, we had a really positive experience. And it goes to show that Autumn was just really grateful for my trainer, because she started rubbing on my trainer and just saying thank you for being there. And yeah, that's also when our bond kind of solidified. In that moment, she started to really trust me a lot more. I was really nervous around her because she's a big girl and she's got big feet, so I didn't want to get stepped on. I have been stepped on, and it's not that bad, believe me. I did think I broke a toe, but that's fine. It's just bruised. But yeah, our bond has come a long way. In month 1, I was so unsure that we would ever form a connection. I thought I'm never going to be able to form a connection with another horse again because I'm so bonded to Rita, and Rita's so bonded to me that it's going to translate into me being like, she's not Rita, so therefore I don't want to bond with her. But luckily we have formed the most incredible bond ever. I'm pretty sure she trusts me and I trust her with my life. I mean, I would go into any situation. I would go to war with this horse. I trust her so much. And yeah, she's incredible. Her personality has really started to show now that she's more comfortable with me. She's very quirky. She loves love. Like, she'll do anything for a cuddle. And she's just so curious about life. And that's something I love, is the curiosity side of, oh, what's that? Let's go have a look at that. Oh, what's that? I love when horses aren't scared to have a look at things. That to me is a big green flag. And she's also not spooky, which is great. Like, she doesn't flinch. Like, if a bird flies, if we stand on something, or if I trip. I have tripped in front of her and she has looked at me like, you stupid person, what did you do? And she was fine, so thankfully she's not spooky. And yeah, she's just incredible. So obviously I have been putting clips in here about obviously just showing her goofy side and everything. And she loves empty bottles. That horse loves an empty bottle. I'm so keen on teaching her to bottle flip, because probably the clip being showed over this is her trying to bottle flip. And I'm so sure that we can be the first horse to bottle flip. No one is allowed to steal my idea unless you credit me. You have to credit me for teaching a horse to bottle flip. If not, I will sue. And now on to month 3, which has been like a fever dream. This is the furthest I've ever come in my riding career, and just the most confident I've ever felt on a horse. I don't know if you'll remember a few of my videos. I've probably cried in a couple of them. I haven't actually rewatched many of my videos because I cringe at myself, which is totally normal. But I had a lot of moments which we call the I can't moments, because on Rita my resort was, I can't do it, so I'm not going to do it. Whereas on Autumn, I have never had an I can't moment. I've never told myself, we can't do this. We did have one little stage where we did our first course where I was like, oh my god, what are we doing? But thankfully my trainer just said, just trust her. Just trust her, talk to her. That takes your mind off it. And as soon as I started saying, we got this, girl, we did it fine. We did it perfectly. And I'm also no longer afraid of oxes, which is big for me because I think I've only ever jumped like 2 oxes before this point. One of which was on Phantom, who I rode not that long ago because Autumn had pulled a shoe for us. So I got to ride Mr. Phantom and he was incredible. There is a YouTube short up, so go watch that. Oxes have always been like a big thing for me because I obviously haven't jumped a lot of them. So I'm like, how do I equitate over an oxer? How do I actually push for a closer stride so they can actually stretch over it or find the correct stride? And the micromanaging started to get to a point where jumping oxes was just not ideal because I would micromanage so much to a point where we would land smack bang in the middle of the oxer. So thankfully my micromanaging hasn't come to play with Autumn, but I digress. Micromanaging is a thing. But yeah, thankfully we haven't actually had negative experiences with oxes. Her first ever oxer was with me, and that was saying a lot because it was my first oxer in like 4 months. It's just because I've never been confident over an oxer, so we've just haven't pushed me because I probably would have quit riding if I had been put on Rita and been told, go jump that oxer. Well, I did jump an oxer on her, but that was at the end of a lesson and she was really forward, so goals. So our first experience with oxes was interesting. She was ducking out constantly. She was just really nervous, and with Autumn, if she feels like she doesn't want to do it, she bulges her shoulder. She just says, no, I'm not doing it, and takes a lot of leg to correct her body. But we have found a solution to that shoulder bulging, which thankfully not that big of a problem anymore. Anyway, we're on oxes. The topic is oxes. And so we jumped our first oxer beautifully. Like, I was not expecting her to jump it how she jumped it. I thought she was going to absolutely either launch me in the air or just run straight through it. Thankfully she jumped it. And now we are very confident jumping over oxes. And ironically, this was her second ever oxer. She absolutely launched me into the air. I'm so surprised I didn't fall off because she overjumped it to the max. And she just sucked up so much that her back came up really high and I just couldn't sit. I just couldn't do anything but hold on. And thankfully she has a lot of manes, so there's a lot to hold on to. And yeah, so we are very confident of oxes, which is great. And now on to my most recent rides. We have done some really lovely jumps the past little while. Like, I've been really confident. The only thing I will say is no one is allowed to judge me is my heels in a couple pictures and videos. The one day I thought we were just flatting. So I put my stirrups to the flatting length and I was like, oh, I'm not going to change them. And then I just completely forgot to change them when my trainer said, oh, we're going to go jump the oxes over there. We're going to put the crosses up. We're going to do some jump work. So I just completely forgot to change them. So no one is allowed to judge me. I understand. My lower leg is getting a lot better, so that's a good thing. And we are jumping so confidently now, which is incredible because never in my life would I ever thought I would be confident jumping or look at an ox and say, oh, we can do bigger. That's not me. That wasn't me a year ago. So, yeah. So that brings us to probably the end of our journey so far. Well, not the end of our journey. Oh my God, please no. If anyone takes that horse away from me, I will cry. So that's where our journey is at the moment. That's the path we're currently on. There we go. That's the right words. And it's just incredible. I'm just going to say this so much. I feel so incredibly grateful for this horse. I feel so privileged to be able to ride this spectacular horse. And so many amazing people have told me that she's such an amazing horse and that I probably have one of the best horses on the yard, which I personally think there are a lot of incredible horses at the yard, but in terms of, for me, she's my baby. And I don't ever want to let go of her. She has brought me so much joy, just even in 3 months, and she's just perfect. And I love my girls, I love Rita so much, but Autumn has that special place. Rita's here, Autumn is here, like they will forever be the two girls to me. And as a tribute to both of them, I would like to get them tattooed on me someday. Their little face markings and just have my girls with me forever. And I know there's a very slim chance of me ever owning Autumn, but I will never give up. I will continue proving myself worthy of owning this horse and just show that together we can do incredible things and that she's capable and that together we can do amazing things. So yeah. So I'm now going to hand over to Livy yesterday to discuss our last ride. Not our last ride. Oh my God, I'm saying this like I'm never going to ride this horse again. Our most recent ride. There we go. To pass, Livy. Hey guys, it is a very out of breath Livy and a very energized Autumn. We've just finished. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. We've just finished our lovely little ride. She was on springs. Well, not really on springs, we didn't jump. She was very energetic. No! Come on! We gotta go! Autumn, please! Autumn, no! Autumn, no! Autumn, no! Please! Anyway, we've just finished. She was super. I will definitely insert some videos. We got our first walk to canter. That just goes to show how energetic she feels, because normally it's a struggle to get her into the canter. So yeah, super proud of her. And yeah, that's our most recent ride done. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Do it so I can catch my breath. Do it so I can breathe air. And yeah, wish us a happy 3 months. Say happy 3 months of knowing you, Autumn. Come on.
yeah, so I'll insert the clips now and in the video. So love you lots. Bye.